Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Universal iRacing Series again. It's round 3 of the Contender Series, and it's at the Rock. We have a longer one in store for us today. It's going to be a fun one. It should be. The top 4 people that are open cars in our system will get into the race. That probably won't be an issue with how many people we have in the session, and we have a 134 lap race, and the stage break will be at lap. Never mind, that's the wrong thing I'm looking at. We have a 128 lap race. Top 40 people make the race. Stage break will be at lap 32, and we will go to the end of the race. After that, last week's winner here, well, not here, but was at Old Atlanta, and it was Alexander Ortega, and his second win of the season. Currently, top of the not top of the standings. Hold on, we're gonna pull up the standings for you guys right now. Henry Kaloff is technically at the top of the standings. No show up tonight. Kai Collymore is next. He will not be racing tonight. He has Aiden Walker subbing for him tonight. For that 43XI or that 40XLI team. And then we have Jackson Brown, who's also a no-show tonight. That sucks to see. Colby Duckworth has a sub. It is Jacob Malone, if he's able to show up tonight, I believe. Sorry, not Alexander Ortega was not the winner last week. It was JJ Moore. JJ Moore winning his first race in the UIS, I believe. In a fuel saver for him. Saved enough fuel, ended up winning the race by 15 or 20 seconds. We'll be going green soon. We'll do a couple interviews before the race starts. We got 7 minutes left. First guy we'll bring in is Jacob Quill in a moment. Hey, Jacob, you got a copy in the booth?
No, I don't know why you're saying I have a copy. I'm not in the car.
Well, you're on the you're in the care center because you had a bad wreck. Okay, let's just go with that. Okay,
Practice.
God, you got hurt. You got to pee. Okay, let's go with that.
Okay.
So you had to pee. So you had to get out of the race car. But tonight you're going for your 20th career win in the UIS. What is it gonna take? You're top of the board, but what is it gonna take to fight off all these guys tonight?
Hold on. First of all, pause. And second of all, it's gonna have to take a performance not like Atlanta in the trucks last week. That was awful.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Yeah, that was a bad week. Yeah, I was going for my 20th there, and it was a track I'm strong at with that combo, and this is I guess another combo I'm strong with. So I don't know. We'll see. Anything can happen. If I wreck, I wreck. It's whatever. I don't really give a shit. But
hey, we cannot say that on the stream.
Womp.
Okay. Well, good luck tonight. I'll probably see you on the pole probably, and if you don't, then you suck. Okay.
Yep, I know.
Have a good one. All right. Well, we got Jacob Quill's interview done. We'll do Trenton Wilkin. I believe we're going to do Trenton Wilkin because Trenton is... Actually, no, we're going to do I.D. Thompson. I'm going to tell Wyatt to go to the waiting room so I can drag him in here. We can get an interview with him. But in the meantime, we're going to interview Trenton Wilkin, I believe. I think that's who it is. Okay, well, I guess he's not going to go there. So we won't be interviewing Whitey Thompson. Actually, what I think I can do is hold on, let me try something. Trying to get White Thompson in the waiting room so we can get a quick little interview with him. Got Jacob Quill on the track. Guess he's done with his pee. You got a pretty solid field today. As we do have Jackson Brown, he does show up. He is the third place in points, and a good shot. He can leave Rockingham tonight with the points lead. Jackson Brown, a long winless drought for him. And he's looking to break that. Obviously, he doesn't think he can. It's been a while since Jackson Brown has won a race in the UIS. I think it's been ever since the first race. I could be wrong information, but that is what I remember. He's been solid all season long, though. Never say never. We're not living by that. We're living by that mentality. And if he could get a win today, that would be huge for that Canadian Motorsports organization, who hasn't won a race yet this season. Jacob Quill hard on the wall right there, trying to wall ride. Sometimes you gotta try stuff out. Maybe if it works. Oh, and Jacob Quill's in the air. Man, that was a hard crash. Hey, Zachary Trevino, you got a copy in the booth?
Yeah, I got you.
Going for win number 20 in your UIS career hold on, I'm trying to word this. Going for win number 20 in your UIS career. Same thing with Jacob Quill. You're third all time in wins right now, and you're tied with Jacob in the contender wins all time with 12. What is it going to take tonight to be, hold on, we're getting a message. What is it going to take tonight to get that extra win and to be alone in second place in UAS career wins behind Logan Brink?
It's gonna take a lot tonight, especially. I'm gonna have to regain control of the car. I have zero practice. I've not raced a skilled track of NASCAR since maybe last season of UIS. So it's gonna take a lot tonight. We gotta learn the car. So I'm gonna have to take it easy in the first couple laps here, and we're gonna see what we can do tonight to get that win. But I don't think I'm gonna win. I really don't.
Hey man,
we'll try to get a good finish.
All right, well, good luck tonight. I'll send you back.
I appreciate it.
Wyatt Thompson, you got a copy in the booth?
Yes, I do.
Well, you win Monday night in the trucks. Off a controversial last lap, bump and run, dump and run, net code and run. Who knows what to call it? You come in tonight trying to sweep the weekend at Rockingham. Obviously, practice, you're not the fastest. What is it going to take in this race for you to sweep the weekend potentially?
I think most of it here at Rockingham, just the bumpiness of the track, the bottom groove being really tire saving. It's just not letting anything get away from you. With the people trying to just burn their stuff off, let them do it. It's not going to be worth it trying to run them down. Just like me and Ortega, we saved our stuff most of that first run fight with you, and then I just hung out behind y'all and I was able to keep with y'all regardless of tire or pace. I definitely think qualifying is going to be important just to stay out of the mess, not necessarily start good.
Yeah, I mean, that's normally how it is at Rockingham. What is it going to take for you to be able to avoid, all the wrecks that are going to happen? Because this is a tight track and very bumpy. It's hard to avoid the wrecks whenever it happens right in front of you.
Make sure I zig and zag the right way and don't zig when I should have zagged.
Don't zig when I should have zagged. I love the quote. Well, good luck tonight, and, maybe we'll see you back in a couple hours.
Hopefully so, man. You have a great stream.
Yep, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, Jacob Quill, to no surprise, on top of the board. Trenton Wilkin trying to fight, trying to get that spot, and he gets loose and hard into the wall. Trenton Wilkin crashes out of qualifying here. And we'll go on board with Wyatt D. Thompson for his 2 laps. Just look and feel the bumps at this place in the corners, especially in turn 3 and 4. These bumps in this high lane are bad. And it's very loose, as it always is in this car. As Whitey Thompson, our defending champion, has not had the start of the season as he would like to have. Can he bounce back and turn it around at the Rock? Here we go. He's going to start his second lap. First lap, obviously not going to be that quick. Alexander Ortega, 4th fastest. Whitey Thompson takes the pole on his first lap. What a lap from the 5 car. And he will start on pole position. We got Kendorian Davis. Can he do anything about it? Davis hit the wall on his first lap. Very loose on his second lap. Saves it off of 2. Does he continue to save it? Yes, he does. And Wyatt D. Thompson, their pole sitter, more than likely, unless something crazy is happening with this 9 car. He's going to come off of 4. Not expecting much. Yeah, not much. 14th for KD. But Wyatt D. Thompson, your defending champion, trying to get back on the right page. Trying to get back on the right page today. It's been 79 races since Jackson Brown has won a race. That is a confirmed number, guys. Can Jackson Brown get that first win in 79 races? And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get underway. From the Rock. We will get your grid lineup in just a moment. Try to see if I can get the grid fully. Because I can't. Alright, yes I can. So, the grid for the race today. Outside, or P1 on the inside, Whitey Thompson. P2 of the race will be Jacob Quill, looking for that 20th career win. Aiden Walker, no surprise, new guy to the league, very quick. P3, Alexander Ortega will be lining up next to him. And 4th place, row 3, we have Trent Wilkin and Gavin Austin. Row 4, we have Zachary Trevino looking for his 20th win as well. And he's tied for second all-time in Contender Series wins with the guy that's starting in second, Jacob Quill. Starting 8th, Carmelo Echebarra, his best qualifying performance in a long time. Starting 9th, your defending winner in the Contender Series, J.J. Moore. And starting 10th place, row 5 on the outside will be Logan Shore. Row number 6, we have Benjamin Hagstrom. And next to him will be Nicholas Rode. Starting on the next row, we have Richard Myers and Ken Dorian Davis. Bad qualifying for KD. Next row, we have Emerson Crawley and William Johnson. And to round off the field, we have Jackson Brown bringing it up from the back of the field. And, well, we're going to get rolling here. With Wyatt D. Thompson leading the pace car. Not leading the pace car. Pace car leading Wyatt D. Thompson and the rest of the field. As should be going green this time by. Maybe next time by. On the grid, it did show Peter Hoppy. Peter Hoppy will not be racing tonight. So just an FYI for everybody. But we'll be going green next time. Bye. The fans are ready. And the drivers are ready as well. Round 3 of the UIS season is about to be underway. In the 40XLI Driver Academy Contender Series. Leading the way will be your defending champion, Wyatt D. Thompson, on the green flag, as every restart always is on the initial start of each. Wyatt D. Thompson, when the green flag drops, he will be rolling. And we are underway from round 3 of the UIS Contender Series season. Jacob Quill with a great start immediately takes position number 1 away. Wyatt D. Thompson said he wanted to save those tires, as he says they are very important. We're all off and away quick. Click towards that middle of the pack. Guys sliding everywhere. Jacob Quill will lead us to lap number 2 of the race. We'll lead the first lap of a lot of them. And Jacob Quill pulling away. I mean, this is one of his best tracks, is the Rock. Thompson closing in a little bit, though. Very closing in is Wyatt D. Thompson. Maybe Jacob Quill just out there trying to save those tires. A little bit of smoke in front of him. Got a spinner. Saves it. Thompson will get underneath them. Jacob Quill immediately goes to the high line. Caution's out. Trent Wilkin. Bad damage for that one car. Let's see what happened. Got the 2 of Zachary Trevino right on him. Comes up off of 4. Zach looks to the inside. Zach just drives it in. Trenton turns down a little bit. Thought he saved it. Hits the outside wall. Bad damage for the 1. Best average finish out of everybody. And this, at this track, and that front end, pretty messed up for Trenton Wilkin. And Jacob Quill is your leader so far. Give you guys a penalty update. See how bad that damage is for Trent Wilkins. See if he takes tires as well. If he takes tires, he's going to be down a set. And this track is very harsh on your tires. He does. As he should from the spin. Probably has wheel damage to that front of that car. That FanDuel Toyota Supra. So becoming to 1 to go, I believe, with Jacob Quill out front. Does Trenton go to stay in the lead lap, or does he try to fix it? He does try to stay in the lead lap. It could only just be front end damage. He might not have wheel damage or anything like that. We're coming to 1 to go. Or 1 to green. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be going green this time it's going to be on Jacob Quill. And it'll be in the restart zone. As Jackson Brown's moved all the way up to 9th position, or 10th position. Great start for that 96, as he was all the way in last. Here we go, Jacob Quill in the restart zone, and no, we're not. We're going to go one more time around. A delayed green. For whatever the reason. This time it'll be on Jacob Quill in the restart zone. Thought it would have been last time. It's going to be this time, as they are 1 to green. Was a delayed green. And here we go. And green flag is in the air again, and Jacob Quill with a great start compared to Wyatt Thompson. Alexander Ortega will get underneath him. Maybe even Aiden Walker. Walker gets underneath him. Does he have anything for him in the 3, or is that outside line going to prevail? Ortega and Thompson, they get side by side, just how they were Monday night. Is there going to be any hard feelings between the two? Ortega's in the wall. That's going to be bad damage. Bad damage on the rear. Ortega's going to be very loose. Does he just let his teammate by here? Or is not his teammate? Hard guy hard on the wall. Wrecking big on the backstretch. Logan Shore and William Johnson around, and the caution is out again. Bad damage for the 09. Let's see what happens here. Good run for the 05. The 09 right behind him. 09 drives in deep. Cuts it down. 05 in the wall. 09 collects them and just bad wreck off of 2. 09 engine might be there, but that hood is messed up. And William Johnson doesn't look like he has too bad damage, just a bunch of rear damage, and under yellow for the second time today. That left rear looks pretty jacked up on Alexander Ortega. What about the right front? Right front looks pretty fine for him, as he'll obviously come down paired with that rear end damage. And we're under yellow yet again from the Rock. And does Ortega take tires here to get that little bit of an advantage, or does he just take the damage? Can't really see him. Doesn't look to be taking tires. Looks to be taking fuel. And the damage. Seems to be going green this time by. It'll be on. Quill in the restart zone. He takes the high line to the bottom this time. He's got Gavin Austin behind him. And Wyatt Thompson will have Aiden Walker behind him. And will be green once more. Great jump for Jacob Quill. Through the restart zone. And he'll be clear into one. Thompson under pressure yet again. Everything seems to be going good. Ortega moving up spots immediately. JJ Morgan a couple spots. Wyatt Thompson all over the back of the 16 of Jacob Quill. And that Quill Speed Performance Chevrolet Camaro. Underneath him now is Gavin Austin. 3 Chevys in the top 3. They touch off of turn 2. The bottom seems to be the best so far. There's a lot of marbles on that high line. If you can really get that high line going, though, you couldn't be faster. Thompson easily clears off of 4. Now Aiden Walker's going to have an opportunity here at Gavin Austin. Walker's going to be underneath him. Can Gavin Austin defend on that outside? Tries to throw a slide job at him. Gavin Austin crosses him over. We'll get the run off of 4. And looking at the front now, Wyatt Thompson going to get underneath Jacob Quill. Going to drive it in deep. Contact between the 5 and the 16. Wyatt Thompson back out front. Your defending champion. And look at Jackson Brown into the top 5. Jacob Quill looking to make a move now on Wyatt Thompson. Quill to the outside. Jackson Brown sends it in on Gavin Austin, drifting up the track. And they keep going. Aiden Walker trying to get underneath Jacob Quill. Jacob Quill defending really well. This is time for Wyatt Thompson to either A, drive away, or B, start to save those tires and let them burn it up trying to race each other. Aiden Walker clears Jacob Quill off of turn number 2. Getting closer to that stage break. Stage break at the end of lap 32. Caution will fly. Aiden Walker all over the back of Wyatt Thompson. Aiden Walker subbing for Kai Collymore. Could not make it tonight. And we're single file throughout the pack. Should be green to the end of the stage unless somebody spins out by themselves. Walker to the outside off of turn, or going into turn number 2, or 1 and 2. Walker side by side with Thompson. Aiden Walker easily clears the 5 off of number 2. Aiden Walker trying to get his first career UIS win and his first career start for that 40XLI team. Jacob Quill now pressuring Wyatt Thompson. Did he burn the right front up, or is he just saving it way better than everybody else's, or way more? Gavin Austin lurking behind. We got Zachary Trevino trying to get around Jackson Brown off of turn 2. Contact made. Around goes Thompson. Coming back across the track. Caution is out. Your defending champion goes around. Oh, there's another wreck under caution. Nicholas Road, Trent Wilkin, and Richard Myers. And we're under yellow at for the 3rd time here at the Rock. Let's see what happens here with Jacob in the 5. Getting off of 2. Jacob just comes up and just gets attached to the left rear. Spins them out. Let's see what happens to Trent Wilkin and all these guys now. Wilkin and them just go to the apron and he can collects the 93 machine. Let's go see some Jacob Quill's onboard. So he makes contact with the 5 right there. The downshifting into 3rd gear sounds... No, my stuff is just messed up. But... they just make contact and they just get glued to each other, and pit road is busy. 05 on pit road, the 93 on pit road, Trenton Wilkin on pit road as well. Most of these guys will not pit till at least the end of the stage. And a little outlook on the UIS next few weeks. Outlook for the next few weeks is next week we will be going no race on Monday for the UBN Prospect Series. They are off next week. Next Friday night, if it happens, iRacing does have a 24 hours of Le Mans, which at least a few people in the league, about 5 or 6 people minimum, are trying to run it. So TBD on if the races happen. We might just have the full next week off. But if we don't, next Friday night will be the 40XLI Driver Academy Contender Series, and they will be live from Portland, the road course, and the UBN or Universal iRacing Series, the Cup Series, the Quill Racing setup Cup Series will be at Sonoma. And then the week after, all 3 series will go to Las Vegas. And then Phoenix for the top 2 series, and the Truck Series will go to Eldora, with the format more than likely being a heat style format, which that should be very fun, very chaotic, as most of these guys in this league are not really dirt guys. I mean, they run dirt sometimes, or they watch it, but most of them are not really experts at dirt. On Walker in the restart zone, green flag back in the air. Jackson Brown spins the tires a little bit. Jacob Quill with an EOL wreck being his fault. And Zachary Trevino now, prime position to go win the stage and get his first career stage win in the UIS. He clears Gavin Austin easily off of 2. And Alexander Ortega making his way through the field now. On the outside of Kendorian Davis. Walker trying to drive away from Trevino. Carmelo Echevarria now in that top 5. Jackson Brown in the top 5 as well. Defending race winner JJ Moore. Looking on the inside of Jackson Brown. Will not be able to get there. Ortega right on both of them. Ortega side by side. Jacob Quill trying to get his way through the pack now as well. He's getting up there. They're starting to. Remember, pit road does close. Last 2 laps of the stage. Last lap, Zachary Trevino pretty even with Aiden Walker. He's going to need a little bit better than being even with them. And he's got to start pushing real hard if he wants to go win this stage. That last lap, pretty even as well. Just a little bit slower. 1/4 of a tenth. Trevino blinking a little bit. Caution's out. Jacob Quill around, big wreck. What causes this? It seemed Quill and Emerson got involved, and it seemed like it was those 2. See what happens here. Jacob Quill already has a tally. Emerson just hits the wall, comes down the track. Oh, that's a big wreck. Oh, hard hit on the driver's side door for the 16. Oh, man. Man, just thank God for NASCAR for the safety in this race car. iRacing's having this weird audio glitch. Where it's sounding like they're downshifting or hitting the rev limiter, but they're really not. Well, it's right on board with Jacob Quill. Don't mind the sound. Let's see right here. This is going to be off this corner. He just gets hit, and yeah, then he can't do anything from here, and just gets hit right on the driver's side door, causing a big wreck. And we'll be green. Or we'll be going green, I believe. We'll be going green for, or at least try to go green at the end of the stage. Should be a green checkered. We have a 1-lap shootout for the stage. Zachary Trevino out front. Zach picks the bottom line. So this will be a 1-lap shootout for the stage here. Zachary Trevino looking for that 20th career win in the UIS. As Jacob Quill pits right there. He likely will be staying out. No, he's done. It looks like he's 3 laps down. He's getting all of his damage fixed. He thinks there's going to be enough yellows. Richard Myers is also a lap down. But Jacob Quill, 3 down. He's also got guys in front of him. Two people that are 2 laps down and a guy that's a lap down. So it's going to take a lot of yellows for Jacob Quill to be right back in this one. But we're going to have a 1-lap shootout for the stage here at Rockingham. Remember, one race is split into 2 stages. And let's do the full distance races. The quote-unquote crown jewels. And here we go. Green flag is in the air. Zachary Trevino with a good jump. JJ Moore spins the tires a lot. His teammate right behind him. Can Ortega, does he have any, can he muscle up anything here for Trevino? 1 lap. Trevino clear off of 2. JJ Moore to the inside of Alexander Ortega going into 3. Nicholas Road up there as well. Zachary Trevino will come off of turn number 4. All alone. Zachary Trevino will pick up the stage win. Caution is out before that, though. Jackson Brown involved. Let's rewatch this lap for Jackson Brown. Gets really loose into 1. Loses the right rear. Already has rear damage. Down the back straightaway. I'm just guessing he loses it going into 3. Drives it in. Yeah, just rear damage in this Xfinity car is everything. It's hitting the left front. That's going to be wheel damage more than likely for that 96 machine. And Zachary Trevino will win the first stage. We'll get his interview after. Got lots of guys staying out right there. We'll see who wins the race off of pit road. As the 19 goes and gets his lap back. Four guys stay out. That is Whitey Thompson, Trenton Wilkin, Gavin Austin, and Aiden L. Walker. And off of pit road, Carmelo Echevarria will win the race off of pit road. Then Zachary Trevino, Alexander Ortega, and then JJ Moore, Nicholas Road following after that. The rest of the guys trying to get some damage fixed. Seems Zach might have sped. No, he did not speed. Zach, you got a copy in the booth?
Yeah, I got you.
Stage 1 winner, first stage win of your UIS career. You know, you did say you didn't have the speed to win. I mean, you win the stage. What more is it going to take throughout this race, and how's that car feeling?
Yeah, car's pretty nice. It's getting a little tight though, but yeah, we're starting to find pace. Just having to adapt again and just seeing what speed we can get out of this car. I mean, we're gonna have to work my way up to the field. I just got caught speeding, so yeah, we'll see what we can do here.
All right, well, good luck for the rest of this race.
All right, thank you.
Zachary Trevino caught speeding on pit road. That's what it looks like, or looked like. Obviously, wanted the interview to be a little bit longer. Just don't have the time to, as we're going green right away. These cautions now on iRacing are extremely short. Either you do it before they come down pit road, or you do it right as they come off pit road. It's got to make it very, very quick. But Trenton Wilkin, highest average finish at the Rock and UIS career, and he starts in too high of a gear, spins the tire or something, and Wyatt Thompson gets a great launch. Wyatt Thompson with a great launch off of 2, and Trenton Wilkins side by side with Aiden Walker. Remember, the top 4 guys stayed out on older tires. It's not that old of tires. Jacob Quill 8 laps down. Seems to park that spinner off of 4. JJ Moore around. Hey, we'll get her rolling now. Oh, or does he? Those tires are probably way overheated. Spins out. Can he save it? No, he spins out again. He downshifts right there, gets it rolling. Here comes the leaders off of turn 4. Still green. And there's no more stages to end this race. He's going to need a yellow. If he can hang on to that car. So he seems to be getting her going again. This place is tough, man. This is a tough track. One of the harder tracks in the service. Jackson Brown on pit road now. Got a pretty good battle looking back here. Starting to look like Nicholas Road on the inside of Alexander Ortega. They door. They touch. Zachary Trevino trying to follow Ortega through now. Trevino and Road pretty good friends. Road just lets him go by. Zachary Trevino running right next to that wall. Dirty are not that big of a factor in these cars as they are with the next gens. And Trevino right on the bumper of Alexander Ortega, really trying to get back to the front of the field, and he knows track position is going to be big. I don't think he's encountered how hard the tires fall off here. They really fell off on Monday night in the Truck Series. This is Trevino's first race in a while on an actual oval and a NASCAR-style racetrack, besides Daytona. And right now, Aiden Walker out front, followed by Gavin Austin and Wyatt D. Thompson. Walker getting hit by Gavin Austin on the back straightaway. Trevino now right on the back bumper of Alexander Ortega. Can they both get around Wilkin here? Wilkin Ortega. Great battle those two had at Atlanta for the lead most of the race, and at the end of the race it ended up being for P2 with JJ Moore being able to save the field. Trent Wilkin seems to have a little bit of left rear damage. That's only going to hinder him in the corner. Ortega to the inside. They touch off of 4. They touched a lot last Friday night at Old Atlanta. Now we got a side-by-side battle for the lead. Gavin Austin and Aiden Walker. Into 3. Walker goes high. Gavin Austin goes low. Walker easily prevailing. Back here now, Zachary Trevino on the outside of Trent Wilkin. Easy move for the 2 car. Trevino on the back bumper of Alexander Ortega. Can he get around him? Run about a lane higher. He's going to cut it down off of the corner. He's going to get the run down the front straightaway. So you got to be able to send it in on a turn number 1, or into turn number 1. He drives it in very deep, and he will make it stick. Clears him as well. Zachary Trevino looks to be getting back to where he was. He was a 10th slower than the last lap to Aiden Walker, but he was also a 10th faster than the top, or to 2nd and 3rd place. Aiden Walker goes 3/10 faster than Gavin Austin, and he's starting to really pull away. He's starting to show his true pace. A 6,000 I-rating this guy is, with a 4.9, or 4.6 pretty much safety rating. Safety rating obviously doesn't mean that much based off of speed, but a 6,000 I-rating. The only other guys that ran consistently in this league that were a 6,000 I-rating is Jacob Quill and Finnegan Myers. And Wyatt Thompson goes to the inside of Gavin Austin. Looks like Gavin Austin's tires are starting to die off, and Thompson makes contact with him off of 4. Is he going to be able to hang on to it? Yes, he does. He kind of turns it back down into Thompson. Thompson really helps him save the car. Thompson going into 1. Gavin pinching him down. Thompson pushing up the track. And Zachary Trevino around the outside. He's going to clear Thompson and clear Gavin Austin in the same corner. Zachary Trevino back into second place. What a move from the 2 car. This battle's not done, though, between the 50 and the 5. Seems the only guy that actually has the pace to keep up with Aiden Walker is Zach. As Wyatt Thompson and Gavin Austin, 6 tenths. Wyatt Thompson was 6 tenths off of him last lap. Gavin Austin's tires are gone. Thompson clears, Ortega clears. Gavin just falling more and more each lap. Oh, Trenton Wilkins around. Can he save it? Yes, he can. What a save from Trenton Wilkins. Now Zachary Trevino's got to go run down Aiden Walker if he can. Walker wheeling that 39 Ford Mustang, that Outback Steakhouse Ford Mustang. That line is just perfect. Let's get a little on board with the 40XLI driver. Alright, now for the other guys in this field, Carmelo is top 10 still. JJ Moore is trying to recover from that slide he had. Trenton Wilkin, he's got Nicholas Road all over the back bumper. That we got 2 Toyota Supras here. Road is having a pretty sneakily good season so far for that 60 car. Almost winning all 3 dual races. Did technically on iRacing then win all 3 dual races. Had a tie in his first one in the trucks and later screenshots came out that Joseph Enright ended up winning the duel. And Nicholas Rhodes had a pretty solid season so far. And he's all over the back bumper, the 1 and the 50. Gavin Austin's tires have really just fallen off. 25.7 for him, and the leader had a 25.0. 7 tenths off of the leader last lap. Gavin really cooked his stuff up, and this is normally the time in the Universal iRacing Series where you get those long green flag runs, and normally you get that one, if it's a race like how it's been so far with a bunch of yellows right away, you get that one long run. That's what we've seen Monday night as well. A bunch of early cautions and like a 60 lap run to the end. Not a lot of guys next to each other. Trenton Wilkin still battling with that 50. So you can see that gap between Zachary Trevino and Aiden Walker in the top left corner of your screen. Just following us. He's gaining time now. What happened to Aiden Walker? Lap traffic. How will that play a factor? The rule is in the UIS, if you're 1 lap down, you can race, but if you're really interfering with the leader and multiple laps down, you can call a lap car interference or an LCI. And it basically means get out of the way. And the 93 and the 05 easily let the 39 go. Not the 93 really. He's still fighting off the exit. No, he will not. Does not have the car to fight. Zachary Trevino just a little bit faster than Aiden Walker last lap, but Trevino, he's right on the lap traffic too, I believe. Yeah, he's going to be catching that lap traffic in just a moment. See how this battle is going. Gavin Austin, Nicholas Road. Road right behind Austin. Down the back straightaway. Nicholas Road going to go to the bottom. When your tires are dead enough, the bottom is easily passable. Big run for the 50 off the exit. They're going to be side by side going into one more than likely. And Gavin Austin will lose the position off of 2 unless Nicholas Road misses the corner. Austin fighting back on the outside. This is for the battle for 6th. Nicholas Road lagging. He clears the 50. Does the 50 have anything left for him into 1? There's nothing left in that 50 car. And Aiden Walker 2/10 faster than Trevino last lap. Alexander Ortega was the fastest car on track though with a 25.3. Kendor Davis also in the 25.3s. But Ortega, a little bit slower that lap. Same thing with Kendor Davis. $25.2 for JJ Moore, and it just sucks that he had that spin. As he's 3 seconds ahead of the leader. Just pulling away now. Thompson starting to recover. He's back in the 4th. Starting to gain 2 on Ortega and Zachary Trevino, but 2 seconds off of them. Can Ortega make way with the 2 car and have a clean track in front of him to catch Aiden Walker? Ortega a little bit tight off of 4, looks like. Drives it in deep. Thought Trevino might have broke a little bit later than he did. Ortega to the inside. Trevino on the outside. Side by side racing. This is what you expect from The Rock. There's a reason why NASCAR brought it back. We're past the halfway mark in this race. And we've been green this entire final stage. The top 10 guys in the lead lap. JJ Moore slower than the leader. Aiden Walker will probably end up lapping him at some point. And Alexander Ortega easily makes the pass on Trevino. Not easily, but will easily drive away from Trevino. As it just doesn't seem like there's tire left in that 2 car. Seems his tires are starting to fall off, and it's at this point it's who's racing for 2nd, because these intervals are just crazy. 16 seconds to JJ Moore, 4 seconds to Alexander Ortega. This 39's got something special in his car. Trying to get the win for Kai Collymore. And that 40XLI. Team. And JJ Moore will get around Carmelo Echevarria. His lap times are crazily slower than what they were. Best lap of the race for the for Aiden Walker's a 24.1. His last lap was a 25.4, so a 1.3 second differential between fresh tires and old tires. And you know, Ortega seeing that, Zach seeing that, Wyatt Thompson seeing that. All 3 of those guys, especially Kendor Davis too, all of those guys are seeing that, and they know how much tires mean here. They will pit before Aiden. I 100% believe that. Or they might go longer than him and try to get those fresher tires at the end of the race. Ortega 2/10 slower last lap. Two-tenths slower for Ortega. The lap before, last lap, pretty even with them. They also have a lap car right on them now. On the fresh tires, the 21 of Benjamin Hegstrom. 18 laps down. By now, I think they could make it on fuel when they pit. So it's based on whenever it's time to pit. Ortega's running pretty even lap times with them now. And he's out that gap right around 4.5 seconds this whole second stint. And he's got the 21 on him. Smart decision would be just A, let him go, or B, yeah, as he lets him go easily right around that outside. And gap back up to, or back over 4 seconds to 5 seconds now. Aiden Walker's still out front. He's exiting turn 2. Carmelo Chibara will be entering turn 3. And Gavin Austin just falling off a cliff. 26.4 the last lap for him. 9/10 slower than the leader. Just that right front tire seems to be falling off the 50 Kellogg's machine. Aiden Walker driving away still. Zachary Trevino starting to fall off. Alexander Ortega, we should be getting green flag pit stops sometime soon. Most of these guys should be looking at, or all these guys behind that have an opportunity to win. I'd say up to Zachary Trevino has a real shot to win if it stays green, based off of speed and, gap. And, you're seeing there's nobody really around each other. The only opportunity for a caution really is a self-spinner. With the right front tire dying, car's not that loose. It's more on the tight end. When is it time to pit? As we got less than 50 laps remaining in this race. When do you say it's time to come down pit road and try to give yourself an opportunity to go win at the Rock? Ortega's been running right around the same lap times as Aiden Walker, but just look at the difference. Walker is off of exit of 2, and Ortega's entering turn number 1. He's a full corner behind. How does the 50 car react for the leader? He goes high. Probably doesn't even have anything for him anyway. And he lets him go by easily. Last lap, Ortega was almost a 10th faster, but lap traffic probably did not help with Aiden Walker. As Wyatt Thompson throws it down pit road. See how clean his pit entry is. Remember, you have to go 3 boxes in and 3 boxes out maximum. If you go more, that's a big no-no, and that's a drive-through penalty. See Wyatt Thompson exiting pit road. And there is the leader. Nobody entering pit road this time. Top 5 people on the lead lap now is Gavin Austin. Gets put a lap down. Wyatt Thompson also gets put a lap down, but Wyatt pits. Same thing with Nicholas Rowe. Trenton Wilkin also is pitted in 10th place. And we'll see Walker driving past, or will he come down pit road? Walker drives past. And here comes Gavin Austin on the pit road. Gavin's race being pretty much done for up to this point. But other stories, you know, Zachary Trevino and Jacob Quill both going for their 20th career win in the UIS. Going for the single place second all-time in Contender Series wins of 13. Neither of them, or not neither, but Jacob Quill cannot get it as he's out. JJ Moore will throw it down pit road. Ortega stays out again. I feel Ortega's got to come down sometime soon. Less than 40 laps to go now. You just can't let Aiden Walker come down before you. I don't think. Any takers this time? No for Ortega. No for Trevino. And here comes JJ Moore off pit road. Great for Trevino and Ortega as he comes out way behind them. Ortega's pulled way ahead of Zachary Trevino, over a second between the gap from second to third. And Zach might be thinking at a point where the win is completely out of the cards and gonna have to try to make up time and fight to get to Ortega. Top 4 guys in the lead lap now is Wyatt Thompson on those fresh tires coming to the field. About to be up on his team owner and his teammate, Kendorian Davis. Here comes Zachary Trevino down the pit road now. Wants to come down early. Or at least early compared to the other leaders. See his pit entry. See how clean it is for the two. Doesn't drive through any box, it just stops in his. And there's Aiden Walker out front. There's Ortega off of 2. Wyatt Thompson has gone past them. Those fresh tires mean a ton. Wyatt Thompson loses or gains 4th place on Zachary Trevino. Those new tires meaning a lot. Here comes Kevin Dorian Davis now. And Alexander Ortega. And Aiden Walker. Ortega gains 4 seconds on Aiden Walker. Wow. And Wyatt Thompson will come off of turn 4, and he will reclaim the lead at the Rock. Beautiful from the 5 car. Now what's the race like with Zachary Trevino and Aiden Walker? Dorian Davis off pit road. Walker in front of Trevino. 8 seconds the gap between Aiden Walker and Wyatt D. Thompson. Wyatt Thompson already in the 24.9s. Let's see what Aiden will run on his first lap on those fresh tires. He just been so quick all night long, just diamonding that corner beautifully. Been so perfect in 3 and 4 as well. Just a little bit loose right there. 24.9 again for Wyatt Thompson. He's in the big tire save mode. Aiden Walker, 24.3, 6/10 differential. And Trevino jumps Ortega as well. Rode and Carmelo and JJ Moore all jump Kendorian Davis. Gavin Austin back there in 9th place, a lap down. KD about to get lapped down as well by his team owner, or his own driver, Wyatt D. Thompson. Aiden Walker, just watch that gap fly down. Eight tenths faster again that lap. Trent Wilkins down pit road, seems to be parked his car. As most of the guys that are A favorites or B just quick in general all the time are out of this race or just not having a good day. Jacob Quill going for his 20th career win out of the race. Trenton Wilkin, highest average finishing position at the Rock on pit road in 14th place. Plenty of laps down after a couple of wrecks he was involved in. Gavin Austin is also his quick 9th place. JJ Moore, your defending race winner, 6th place, 18 seconds back of the leader. Obviously 6th place is pretty good, but not trying to be 20 seconds back. It's not what he expected. And most of that's just off tire strategy and pit strategy. Well, we're not going to see much of a battle for this race lead, I don't think, because Wyatt Thompson is losing 7 to 8 tenths each lap to that 39. Let's go through our running order really quick as it stands right now. P1 in the race. And, well, P1 to start the race, Wyatt Thompson, but starting to lose that gap. Led a little bit of the race early on and has been mainly trying to claw his way back from a bad start to the stage number 2. Aiden Walker dominated this race so far. Qualifies P3. Right now finds himself in P2 with less than 25 laps to go, coming to 22 to go. 3rd place, Zachary Trevino making his real first start of the season besides Daytona. Wins the stage, wins his first career stage in the UIS, finds himself in 3rd place. 4th place, defending winner from last Saturday night in the Cup Series at Homestead Miami Speedway, is Alexander Ortega, looking for his 3rd win on the actual season. Fifth place right now is JJ Moore, defending race winner. Found himself at the front early on in the stage. Almost spins the car, just really unlucky. Next, we got Ken Dorian Davis. Started this race pretty far back, clawed his way forward. Nicholas Road would be P number 7. Carmelo Echevarria in 8th, and Gavin Austin would be in 9th place right now, a lap down. But right now we have a big battle for this lead between Wyatt D. Thompson and Aiden Walker. Lap traffic, Carmelo in the way. Aiden Walker's going to try to get underneath Wyatt Thompson down the front straightaway. They're going to be side by side, the battle for the lead. Less than 20 laps remaining. 19 to go. Walker drives it in deep, makes it stick easily, makes the pass, completes the pass, and he's out in front yet again. What a dominant day from this 39 machine. 14 lap fresher tires too. Then Wyatt D. Thompson, those 14 lap tires, you know, the 14 lap undercut really helped out in the short run, not in the long run. Zachary Trevino with Ortega running him down. A 10th faster last lap. Zach probably is going to run down Wyatt Thompson too, I would assume. Just based off the lap times, 5/10 faster. Or sorry, 2/10 faster that lap. 3 seconds behind him. We got smoke. Anyway, let's keep going through our running order that we had. You know, Gavin Austin in P9. William Johnson involved in a wreck early on. Got a pretty bad rear end damage. Got that front end fixed up though. He's 10th place, 2 laps down. 11th place, Richard Myers involved in a couple wrecks, and that car looks very badly torn up on the right front and the right rear. And the left side too. It's all messed up. He finds himself 10 laps down in a P11. Jackson Brown going back out on track. Thinks he might be able to make up a spot or two. And that Canadian Motorsports Toyota Supra. He's in 12th place, 16 down, and 13th place there now is Benjamin Hagstrom. He's 18 down. And Trent Wilkin not on track. Out of the race, out of the car. And Zachary Trevino running down Wyatt Thompson, who's also being ran down by Alexander Ortega. Trevino and Ortega, similar laps. Trevino faster, and Trevino faster than Alexander Ortega, or not Ortega, faster than Wyatt Thompson as well. Trevino is full push from here. Maybe you can get lucky with the late race caution. JJ Moore really played this strategy card right. 8 lap older tires than his co-team owner, Ken Dorian Davison. He's running even pace with them. He saved those tires real well. If he gets a late race caution, watch out for that 7 car. He very well could go back to back. And this is the battle for the podium, or the final spot on the podium. For 3rd place, Alexander Ortega and Zachary Trevino. Ortega looking for that 3rd win of the season, or of the UIS season, as he won the Clash about a month ago now. Seems like it wasn't that long ago, but it was, and he makes contact with the 2 of Zachary Trevino. Seems like it wasn't that long ago, but it was about a month ago that he wins the Clash at North Wilkesboro. He gives Trevino a bump, the bump and run right underneath the 2 car. Is he going to make it stick? They're side by side. Very hard racing for that final podium spot in that P3. We got a lap car in the way. How does he play into this one? Trevino is going to have a huge run off of 4. Both guys side drafting each other. They're going to be 3 wide, 2. Trevino and Ortega still side by side. And look at Wyatt Thompson's right there. Look what Wyatt Thompson sees in his rearview mirror. Oh! Contact between the two! Ortega gets away with moving him out of the way. And he slides him back into 3rd. And Trevino's going to have a lot on his mind right now. He's very, very angry. I can assure you that, as they were having a very good hard racing battle, and Ortega throws him out of the way pretty much. But what we're saying, Ortega wins the Clash about a month ago at North Wilkesboro, and then wins UIS at Homestead Miami Speedway last Saturday as he dominated that one. He wasn't able to dominate this one, but he dominated the truck race. And the guy that turned him on Monday night for the win is Wyatt Thompson. And look who's battling together again. Wyatt D. Thompson and Alexander Ortega. .48 cars subbing for Nicholas Martinez Jr. for the last 3 weeks. Wyatt D. Thompson, the defending champion in that Mach 5 Frost Motorsport machine. And Ortega gets around him. Thompson not even going to be able to fight with Trevino. 5 laps to go. Or can he fight with Trevino? Trevino with a good run off of 2. Car in the wall. Trevino easily splits through. Zach probably does not have the tires to get back to him. 2 lap difference between the tires, and 2 laps seems to be a lot. He's really going to have to push for it, though, but Aiden Walker's been dominating this one. Now, no one even near him. 7 seconds to second place. Can Zach make one final charge at his Riga Redline teammate? Try to get that second place. Sounds like Trevino's on the outside wall. Trevino hits the wall again. Just pushing very hard, pushing the wheels off that 2 car, and it's not going to matter though. He won't get there. And coming to the white flag for the first time in his UIS career. Aiden Walker will see the white flag. As he's dominated this one ever since the end of the stage. He's been dominating. He's led ever since he reclaimed the lead to start stage 2. Aiden Walker will win his first career UIS race at the Rock. Alexander Ortega will come off of turn number 4, and he'll take a second place finish. He's having a great season so far, subbing. Back-to-back second place finishes for him. Zachary Trevino in 3rd. Wyatt Thompson will come home and secure that 4th place. And JJ Moore coming off of turn 4. He will take that 4th place. And Kendra Davis, 6th. Nicholas Road. Oh, man, he wrecked after the race, man. Hard hit for the 60 car. But not many people are going to care about that one. They're going to care about this guy. Dominating from the start. Burning it down the front straightaway. Those are some impressive burnouts from that 39. Man, I wish I could do that one. But I'm not skilled. He's gonna burn down the whole front straightaway. And 40XLI Driver Academy gets their first win in the Contender Series. In the 40XLI Driver Academy Contender Series, 40XLI gets their first win. I said it a little bit wrong. He's just going to keep burning down. Looks like he's going to go park it in victory lane. He's going to burn her down. Oh, slides perfectly into victory lane. That was beautiful. Parks it into victory lane. Well, we'll be getting our interviews in here just a moment. There's our top 4, the top of your screen. We'll get our interviews in here in a minute. Will be Aiden Walker. You got a copy in the booth?
Yep.
Well, you debut in the UIS, and well,
Technically, it's not my debut. It's my second race. I ran Daytona back 2 seasons ago, I think, or last season, whenever it was.
Hey man, nobody remembers that long ago.
Close
okay?
enough.
Well, you come in here, and well, you schooled everybody. You lead 86 laps of 128. You just walk us through your race and how you're able to be so dominant all night long.
I really have no idea. I kind of just got called by Kai just to run his car for tonight, so yeah, just got a little bit of practice during this session, and qualifying decided, since I have a little bit of experience here, if you start on pole here, of course, it gives you the #1 pit stall. The #1 pit stall is a very big disadvantage when it comes to pit stops, because you get 0 grip on the exit of your stall, so probably could have won pole, but I made sure to try getting at least a little bit of lower position so I could actually get traction out of my stall for if we had like a late restart or something, so since this track's very track position heavy, as I think we all saw during the entire race, so once we got past that, just was really about controlling the race after Wyatt and Jacob had their incident. We won't talk about that anymore, but yeah. Once that happened, besides the one mistake on pit road where I forgot where the commitment cone was, once I got past that, I think it was pretty much just try controlling the race at that point, which got to the lead, and then pretty much, like I said, controlled the race from that point, and overall pretty good race. Happy we had a pretty good long run there, so I think all I can say is overall really good race.
Yeah, well, I heard a lot of guys, or not a lot of guys, I heard a few guys before the race, complaining about, the car handling like crap, and a couple of those guys being Jacob Quill saying the setup was not great. Gavin Austin said the setup wasn't bad. How did the car, handle throughout the race? And I mean, obviously the older tires, it was, I think on our end it said it was like about a 1.4 to 1.5 second disadvantage from fresh tires.
Yeah, I thought there was a little bit more of a disadvantage from the fresh tires than the old tires. So that was kind of just off just whatever happens, which I did like a B fix back, I don't know, like I think it was almost last year, it might have been earlier this year, which I learned about a line in 3 and 4 which I used for this, and that seemed to be where I was getting most of my time. And once I got that figured out for the race, it was pretty much just try working on not killing the tires, because it's very easy to kill the tires here. Which once you do that, you have 0 turn whatsoever. You can't turn in center, and you are just going straight for the wall next to, which I think that's what happened to Gavin, is he would probably just get made a little bit too pushy on the right front, which probably hurt him later on in the race. I didn't really see much of anyone else how they were driving besides maybe Wyatt, but it seemed like Wyatt was really backing up the corners, and I didn't know exactly what he was doing, since I don't have his telemetry and things obviously, but it just seemed like when it came to tires, I think that's where my speed came a little bit more than early in the run, which early in the run's always going to be super tight, which the track, again, with it being so hard to pass, it was mainly just trying to make sure you have that track position, but not like kill your tires, because if you kill your tires, you just drop no matter what. So yeah, once I got that figured out, I think pretty smooth sailing and got the win.
Yeah. Well, you got anybody you'd like to shout out before we send you back?
Well, I mean, I have to thank Kai Collymore for giving me this chance to run this race. So yeah, I I technically I don't have a sponsor for this league, so I guess I'm just gonna be thanking Kai for giving me the chance to run this car and got the win.
All right. Well, P1 for Aiden Walker. I mean, if you sub more times this year, we'll probably send you back here again.
Yep.
And we'll bring in Alexander Ortega next. Alex, you got a copy in the booth?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, P2. No, this is normally the time I'd ask you what more would you need, but it doesn't seem anybody was near the type of speed that Aiden was at. Just walk us through your race and what you could have done maybe to end up getting that win.
Yeah. I mean, he was gone. I felt like the pace was there. I think most laps I could match and sometimes be a little bit quicker on lap time. But I gave up so much time on the start of that run, and kind of just waiting and biding my time. By the time I finally got to like second, he was already like four seconds clear of me, and so it was kind of just run and hope it works. And I feel like maybe if he was in sight and close enough for me to kind of chase him, I might have been able to have something for him. But it was just there was nothing, and once we pit out there after that pit stop there, like 30 to go or so, it was back to trying to get back through some traffic from people that undercut and waiting for tires to fall off again, and so he just kept gapping.
Yeah, I heard a few guys complaining about the setup not driving good. How did the car feel and handle throughout the race on the short run and on the long run?
I mean, I had fun. I'm like new to this track. I've never driven it until the truck race a week ago, and then I showed up 10 minutes before qualifying today and tried to figure it out. I mean, it was tight. Like, it was plowing tight, but I enjoyed it. I felt like the tires mattered. In the truck race, I felt like even if you had a pretty big tire advantage, it was hard to pass. I mean, Wyatt in that race was all over my rear bumper for the last 20 or so laps, and as long as I kept running the top, he wasn't able to pass me until we got together in the last lap, last corner. I feel like in this, it was a lot easier to kind of just get by somebody. And so, I don't know if that's a track temp thing or if it's just the Xfinity car, but it definitely could have been worse.
Yeah, definitely. You fall short Monday night. You fall short again today. I mean, it's not that you fell short today. Obviously Monday night had to be heartbreaking, but what can we expect, going into tomorrow night at Old Atlanta?
I feel pretty good about it. I love Old Atlanta. Been a while since I've ran the next gens there, but I feel like if I can be, the Xfinity car is not my bread and butter. It's not something I'm good at. And so if I can run second and run decent pace in the Xfinity car at Old Atlanta, I feel like I should be just as good, if not way better, come tomorrow in the Cup car. So.
All right. Well, you got anybody you'd like to, shout out before we send you back?
Shout out to NMJ for not accepting my request to run the paint scheme on Trading Paints. Got me in a white car.
The
2
big
weeks in a row.
NMJ.
Yeah. But yeah. Glad to get good points for him.
Yeah, well, you've done that 2 weeks in a row now, so that's back-to-back second place finishes for you, and good luck tomorrow night and the rest of the season.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Let's see, Zach, you got a copy in the booth?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, P3, you were, right around that front all day long. What more did you need to be able to get around Ortega at the end?
Not for him to come up into me, but I feel like I needed to get that little bit of practice at the beginning of the session, just maybe even a couple laps. I didn't even get any, but I adapted quickly and just ran my race. I had a couple mistakes today, so I mean, I'll take it. I'm happy because James been wanting me to race. He paid $35 for me, so yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Well, you haven't showed up much this season at all, if at all. First actual real racetrack that takes, like skill, besides Daytona. What more can we expect from you in this series and in the Cup Series, like on attendance wise? Are you going to be showing up more, or are you just kind of laying back into a part-time role now?
I mean, for Cup, I'm gonna try to show up, but I mean, it's just personal like life issues that are just involving stuff. So yeah, I mean, it just depends. But um, I was fast at the Clash. Definitely showed a lot of pace there. So I don't know, but next gen's my car now, I think. So we'll see how we do in the Cup Series. That's where I'm focused right now.
Yeah. Well, what can we expect from you tomorrow night if you're able to show up at Old Atlanta in the next gen?
Oh, expect me to be in the front, hopefully. That's all I can say, and then we're gonna go for a win.
All right. Well, you get anybody that you like to, shout out before we send you back tonight?
Thank Nicholas Road for helping me out tonight, and Jackson Brown, and want to thank James and all my teammates. Well, actually, I had no teammates tonight, but just Jackson and Nick for helping me out tonight.
Yeah. Well, we'll send you back. Good luck on the rest of your season, and maybe you can go finally get that championship and cup if you're able to show up.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the third round from the UIS. 3 different winners through the first 3 races in the 40XLI Contender Series. We've had some great racing so far this season. Last week we have JJ Moore winning week 1. We have Travis Prather winning. And this week we have Aiden Walker winning. 3 straight different winners in the 40XLI Contender Series. A little bit of an outlook. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. EST Eastern Time, we are live from Old Atlanta Speedway. Zachariah Cartledge will be on the call tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Old Atlanta, aka Echo Park Speedway, in the next gen car on a Quill Racing setup. Next week, Truck Series is off. Potentially all 3 series off, depending on the word from Chase George. But if we do run the top 2 series next Friday night, will be Portland, in Portland, Oregon, for the Contender Series. That would be a very fun and entertaining race, very tough track. And next Saturday night, if it happens, we'll be going to Sonoma. Both of those would be streamed on the UBN network, the Universal Broadcasting Network, 9 p.m. EST for both of them. And throughout the rest of the season, most, if not all, races will be streamed on the Universal Broadcasting Network. So make sure you subscribe and tune in every Monday, Friday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. An Aiden Walker win from The Rock.